Welcome back to the broadcast. I am the Queen of Tarot, Miss Shine Light 7. Welcome. This is a 21 plus reading, raw, uncut, unfiltered, unbiased reader. I don't know what the messages will be before the messages come out, so please take only what resonates with you and leave the rest. Suggestions, questions, and comments can be left in the comment section below, as well as this is a general plus a collective reading. It will not resonate with every single one of you. And if it does not resonate, please check out some of the other videos in the playlist as well. And before you go, please subscribe, like, and share. Hit that bell notification along with the thumbs up. Hey, 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 how are you guys today? Well, I have your messages here for today. Let's get the as above and so below. If you are new here and you are a new subscriber, thank you. We are grateful to have you as a part of this family as well. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you. And you are well appreciated in this family as well. I send all love and light to each and every one of you. So, you guys, let's get started. No and just, okay? No and just. And before and sing, and has and had. So just, no and just, has and had, and before and sing. Just know before this person sings, it took them a long, hard thoughts and contemplation in this energy to come come to um come to this decision. Okay, um as well. Okay, that's what they're first telling me coming into the energy right now. As we all know, this is Pride Month. I am Love is Love in this energy, which I'll be using the Love is Love deck in this energy. So we will get all energies in this energy, all diversions in this energy. So please take only what resonates with you and leave the rest. Okay, because I don't know what the messages will be before they come out. Okay. Um, if you would like to get a book to be booked with me, my email address is missshinelight7tv@gmail.com as well. So let's get started with your messages for today. First off the top of the deck, we have a bunch of messages coming in on the Eight of Wands. So they really want to communicate with you. This might be talking about that lost mail I told you about. And your mail might have got lost in the shuffle. There was a mail. It's been some lost mail. Important documents for court have been lost, and they're saying it's lost, but it will be retrieved, or someone will retrieve it. They're hanging them up. They're hanging them all up. So they're going to hang it out, or maybe somebody already got it, and it's a obstacle for that person. Whoever it is, it's a big decision in this energy, because that means that you will come, instead of you being the underdog in this energy, you will become the winner in this energy. So whatever this case may be, civil, um, justice matter, weighing of the scales with the temperance in this energy as well. Temperance. Okay, so it's telling me that mail have been retrieved, and as well we do have some messages in this energy that is for you. The no and just, the has and had. So it has happened or had happened, past tense or present tense. Okay, also you have we have the what's the biggest pervert in this energy. So we have the what's the biggest pervert, because when we dealing with so many sexualities, dealing with the 50 shades of gray in this energy, because this is like all energies. So not only is it the LBGT community, we have like the down low, the pansexual, the asexual, the swingers, the nudists, the whoever you identify yourself with, because now we in diversity and equality of your sexual orientation, whatever you go as, whatever you go for, or what excites you in this energy. Okay, so this is just a know and gist. This is that has and had, and this is before somebody tells, before somebody sings in this energy. Okay, so at the bottom of this deck so far right now, after those messages came out, is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is talking about some conflict. So it could be conflict in a same-sex relationship, as well as it can be conflict in a heterosexual relationship, okay? In this energy, Ace of Cups, but the cup is running over. Blood, sweat, and tears is in this energy. Also, the Six of Swords, wanting to cut some things off, wanting to go to calmer waters in this energy. Maybe they want to come in, put a death to it, and rebirth, come to it, back and forth energy, that death and rebirth type of energy. And with this conflict is in here, it's black and white, it's plain to see. It's somebody that is very jealous of you in this energy, very, very jealous, very bad, very envious in this energy. They're very treacherous in this energy. For it to come straight out twice with the Five of Wands twice in this energy, if Five of Wands is clarifying on love is love, on the conflict, as well as the modern day. So it's in the modern world, it's conflict there too. So this is talking about over a woman, or in this energy is talking about for a silence and death, or for a menace, for a just for all equalities. It's a fight for all different things, for rights. And this energy will be fighting for equality, fighting for rights, fighting for this, fighting for that. It's fire signs and air signs is in this energy as well. But this is the wands, this is fire signs. But with this little sign, I don't know, it's going downward. With the broken pieces in it, it's just letting me know that it can be air and water. And it's in it, and fire and air, or fire and water don't get along. So sometimes fire and air, too much air on a fire can blow it and make the fire, get bigger, when you put fire and air together. Okay, so that's what they're talking about. So let's get some messages on it just now. Just know that have you ever discussed masturbation with your opposite sex? So have you ever talked about pleasuring yourself in front? Have you ever discussed masturbation with the opposite sex? Have you ever discussed just pleasuring your own self? I'm good. I don't want to do it. No, I'll do it myself. Just telling me this person doesn't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They want to talk about doing it themselves. Okay. They're talking about doing it themselves. So if somebody's talking about pleasuring themselves. Okay, selfish sex situation. Selfish. One more. On the love is love. One on the love is love. Things that you just realized in this energy. So something that and just know something that you just realized in this energy, and things that you need to survive. And think about some things that you need to survive. Okay, on the Page of Wands. Okay. You're almost in your naked truth here. Okay? You're almost in your naked truth. Okay? You sacrifice some things in this energy. You're surveying what you're passionate for in this energy. And with those shells at the bottom of the deck, on the ground here, because you're standing on the beach here by these calmer waters in this energy. Okay? You're standing by the beach with those calmer waters where you left off in the supernatural. You were in the calmer waters. You was going to where things were a lot more, still and calm. But here I see this broken knife. Okay, so it's telling me that, it was a real big fight in this energy. So somebody really got hard. This is jagged energy on that Five of Wands that came in. That's that very jagged energy on that energy, just that energy right there, because it's very jagged in this energy. It's broken. Okay, that's what it's telling me. Look like this thing got teeth as a knife. Because this is the magician right underneath here. The magician. The magician is out here willing all of his magic. Fire, air, water, and earth. He's willing all of it. He's willing in all of the energies right now to make things work in his energy. May it be good, bad, or indifferent. This person is willing in all of their magic right now. However they could get it, this is how they willing it. Okay? This is how they doing it. Okay, because they looking for, they're hurt and wounded in this energy on the waiting game. Okay, this is on the waiting game. Waiting game. Okay, and it's time sensitive as well, because you see this person standing out here in this time sensitive situation. They've been waiting. They've been waiting on this two here, on this union. They've been waiting to tell somebody, waiting on the triumph of success, waiting to speak up about some things in this energy, waiting to speak up on the one about some selfish things that has been taking place. One meaning I, meaning self, me, myself, and I. Selfish gain under the triumphant of success. Triumphant of success, and this is the triumph of lies. Just triumph. They just coming in rushing, in and out energy. They just coming in quick, fast, in a hurry. Things you need to survive. So they need some things to survive. You need a plate. You need a water, food, and shelter is the things you really need to survive. Now, anything past water, food, and shelter is a want. Okay. Okay, I gotta tell you, I gotta keep it real with you. They told me to keep it real, to keep it 100. All right. Okay, that's what they're talking about. So they're talking about money. They're talking about the Eight of Pentacles. This person is working on their pentacles. They're working on some things. They're working on, they're grounding themselves in this energy, working on making money and their stability. This person might be in the liberal arts. This is liberal science, artsy type of person in this energy. Crafty, type of person. This person might be a person that sews clothes, like a seamstress. It could be a male that's a seamstress. It could be a male or female in this energy. That's what they're talking about so far. And this energy, that's what they're talking about on the Eight of Pentacles. I'm going to check it out real quick just to see what they say before we go any further. Creative endeavors. Okay, this is your diligent efforts in involving to advance that skill. So they're diligent about advancing this skill and this energy. They're also depicted as an artist drawing their eighth pentacle with fevered concentration. So this is with passionate concentration. So they truly are concentrating on this energy. They're truly coming in with this passion. But like I said, right next to it is that treacherous Page of Wands, coming in on ice, coming in on stilts. This is real treacherous. You could break your leg, you could break something, and in that old cliche, break a leg. So this is what they're, somebody might be a performing arts in this energy as well. And like I told you, envy and jealousy is in this energy. So your haters can't be your congratulators in this energy. They're your haters and they don't congratulate. They just hate from the sidelines. And usually your haters are your congratulators. But in this energy, they are your jealous. They are your enemy in this energy right now, as it stands as right now, because it's so much conflict, and somebody is in this energy that's in solitude right now. Okay, so that's what they're talking about on that. Let's kick one more. See what it is. Okay, their previous work is hung on the wall and laid beneath them as they are sprawled on the floor, lost in their work for tools that they trade aside them. I find this card reminded me of the increasingly fine line between hobbies and jobs. So this is a fine line between hobbies and jobs in this energy. So this person is doing this as a hobby, or is this their main career in this energy? So okay, so do they do this as, is like, do they do this type of situation is what we talking about, because they're trying to balance the scale. Remember, we told you that they're trying to balance in the scale, but with the high priestess out here in this energy, with this book out here talking about she know the secrets and knowledge in this energy, about this baby, about this truth in this energy, okay, immaculate conception, about this conception of whatever entrapment this could be. You know what I mean? We're talking about a fine line between love and hate, love and war, Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, that type of thing. That's what they're talking about. It's a fine line between laziness and productivity. It's a fine line. Or alone and alone. Lonely and alone. It's a fine line between the two of those. Okay, so that's what they're talking about. And so this is paid. These hobbies or jobs have to be paid. So if this person is working in liberal arts or art entertainment or some type of dance or theater or drag, is that paid work is what they want to let me know. It's got to be paid in this energy. And if you sell your creative skills, ask for your worth and you have earned. Okay, so what they're telling me is, okay, so when you out here selling your work, okay, when you out here selling your work, whatever your work may be, you might be a human trafficker selling your work, okay? Well, your work might be what your booty do. Your work might be what your mouth do. You might be a good person that talk. You might be a person sexually, because there's a lot of sex in this energy. Promiscuous sex is in this energy, along with doggy style. So this is from the back, from the front. This might be tops and bottoms in this energy. I haven't even got to love the love. This is the messages they just sending out right now. The porcupine is in this energy. So this is going, when this thing gets threatened, he really knows how to stick you with these spikes he got here on his back. Okay, you may defend yourself honorably without hurting those close to you. So this person might not be close to you, but this person is very treacherous. Okay, so they might be very treacherous to the point where a fight might ensue and you might have to protect yourself. Somebody might be trying to come against you in this energy. This could be, all right, let's see who it can be, because I didn't see. Divine Feminine is, let's see if Divine Feminine in this energy real quick. Divine Feminine is in this energy. So far, Divine Feminine is, hopefully she can stay out of this energy. She got her back turned. She is hoping that nothing bad comes out in this energy. She's hoping that nothing bad, nothing that she didn't know the truth to, because the high priestess is out here. She's trying to balance the scale. She was hoping that nothing bad was going to come out. But with the Divine Masculine out here, you know, with this Queen of Cups, okay, and this Four of Swords resting and retreating with these alpha dogs and these alpha males. So it might be some top dogs or tops and bottoms and tops. And these dogs could be like body conscious men, athletic build, gym geeks is what they're trying to tell me to say. Geeks, geek squad, like guys that just pump iron and admire each other's bodies is what they're trying to tell me. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just telling you what they just said. Okay. So let's talk about it on she's hoping what in this energy. Ooh, hit the floor. That's the enchantment. She's hoping for a new romance. She's looking for a new romance in this energy. She's not all right. Power. Okay, hope and power that's in this energy. So she's standing in her power right now. She's not a part of this reading as well. In this energy, she's here as an onlooker as well. She doesn't know anything. She's hoping that nothing comes out that's too treacherous on this waiting game. She's been waiting for the truth in this energy on the waiting game. Okay, and it's in the success that was supposed to come with the selfish person. He was supposed to come and tell her all the truth Okay, he was supposed to come in rushing and telling the truth. Okay, fulfillment of wishes, and that was his wish that he was going to tell the truth. He said he was going to stand in his knowledge and his wisdom and his energy. He was going to be a stand up and stand in his truth, recognition and reward. So he going to recognize his wrongs and pay the consequence, whatever the reward will be or not be for his, consequences for his actions in his energy. Okay, that's what they're talking about on the 3. On the recognition and reward, on the 9, the cup, filling his cups on the 9 of cups, wishing a hope, hoping that things will be fulfilled, things will turn around, things will will in their favor in this energy. Okay, also on the wisdom. Okay, they're hoping that they can talk a good game, talk their way out of this situation, come in fast, quick. 5, change what you think about them. 7, triumph, sneaky endeavors. 7, watching what they say though. They're gonna watch what they say. They're not gonna just come in and say anything. They're gonna watch how they talk. How they trade information with you. Feed off of your energy, how you coming at them. They're gonna come the same way. Just feeling the energy out. They ain't gonna come in too quick. They ain't gonna come in spilling the beans. They're just gonna play it by ear in this energy is what it's telling me. Okay, so on the triumphs of success, so they can have victory, because the divine feminine is standing in her truth. She hoped she don't find out nothing bad, but in the same breath, she hoped that she could find her a new enchantment in this energy. She wants somebody else. She wants somebody new, her soulmate, somebody. While somebody else was earning her man, she was learning about another man, okay, in this energy. So also with the waiting game. So the wait is over because we're going to get the truth now. The truth, the way, and the light. Okay, the devil is in this energy. So it's very toxic with this energy as well. Very toxic. Men, women, all kinds. It's not just one type versus the others. All tied up together. It's all mixed together with this energy. Okay. This is the energy we're talking about. Okay. Also about the 2 of Pentacles in this energy. Juggling. We might have some people that might not like your lifestyle. But you don't care. You adaptable to whatever situation. So if the person is gonna accept you or reject you willing to accept it the way it is because you're in front of a bunch of people. These people might be saying slurs to you. They might be telling you you blasphemy, things that you is wrong, things like that, but this person is standing in their truth in this energy. Okay, and on the number 2 and 2, so 2 of Pentacles, now 2 of Wands on this union. That's back to back right now. You guys are back to back with each other. You probably are not talking. You probably haven't talked. It's probably a distance between you. Well, it's just not showing any distance, but it's paisley print in this energy. It's fine lines that they told us when we first came in. It's a fine line between this job that you got together. It's a fine line between a job and a hobby, And when it says that have you ever discussed masturbation with the opposite sex? Have you discussed being by yourself in this energy, pleasuring yourself in this energy, without them, with oneself, with this triumph, I think it was, triumph success. I'll be more successful alone in this energy. I'm gonna go at this alone on the no and just has and had excuse me, y'all. Woo, tongue tied. Okay, say that a few times fast. This is on the 4 of Pentacles, but this person is not walking away, head or heart. They're gonna stand firm that they just they're going to play the magician in this energy. They're going to also play the jester in this energy. They're going to play the clown in this energy because they ain't walking away from the money. They ain't walking away from the whatever emotionally they could get out of it and whatever they could get physically with they whatever they could get out of it. They're not walking away head or heart. They ain't walking away at all. Okay, they staying in it. Okay, for whatever reason. And somebody might argue with a coworker, as well as this coworker and you may get into a fight in this energy. Somebody at their job because of sexual orientation, because the person's sexual orientation is the reason why this masculine and another person at their job gets into a conflict because of their, this is the conflict, this is the conflict, this is the conflict they talking. Okay, this is the conflict. They're showing me the conflict in this energy. Okay, but please stand in your higher self in this energy with the ego in this energy. Please stand in your higher self. Okay, because create your vision, because this is your vision. Okay, you on the right path. If this is what you want to do, you want to change and do some things. Because if you don't, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be in this spider's web. You're going to be consumed by whatever it is in this energy that's toxic with the devil in this energy. You're going to be tied to it in this energy. Okay, under the bear. Because some secrets that's buried in this energy that you don't know about. A half dead hooker in your bed. And that's where that masturbation come in. So now somebody else is involved. They halfway in and halfway out in this energy. Okay, I'm halfway in and I'm halfway out in this energy on the things you just realized. So you think just realize this person is just halfway in and halfway out. Why they halfway in and halfway out? Because they're juggling. Okay, they're juggling their sexuality in this energy. Okay, they're back to back about two women. Might be a male that's feminine, and a male that's feminine here. Somebody might be the top, somebody might be the bottom, but it's two women here that they have a conflict about. This person, like I tell you, it could be a man with a woman that want to be with a man, and these two ain't walking away from each other at all. Okay, and this man ain't walking away from the woman. Okay, it's because of money, status, and success, hobbies and jobs. You know, that's the thin line. Okay, have you ever been tied up doing sex? Tied up. You tied to this situation because the devil got you tied to it under who's the biggest pervert. This is who got you tied to this. Have you ever been tied up doing sex? The devil got you tied up in this. Okay, that's who got you tied up in this. The devil. The devil got you tied up in this. Okay, let's talk about it on the Two of Pentacles. Who's here? Two of Pentacles. Who's the biggest pervert? Have you ever dry humped on your first date? On your first date, dry humped. So this is they been humping, or you gonna hump in this energy. Okay, so somebody want to dry hump you. That's a bad look. Okay, on the Two of Pentacles. So somebody in here is humping. Somebody just put it that way. They humping. I told you that promiscuous sex was out here. Just know under this reason why this person is juggling their sexuality, because this person has on high heels and they love this lifestyle with the boa. Okay. And he's free in his sexuality, as you could clearly see. Okay, so you have some people over here cheering for him on this side, and you have some over here that's saying some other things on this side. Okay, so he's juggling the polarities and the dualities in this energy. Okay, so he's balancing it. He's trying to balance the scale in this energy with the temperance. He's trying to balance it. Okay, this is what he's trying to do with it. This is the normal, regular, heterosexual. This is the love is love. This is the pride and my pride and ego. Okay, pride and ego. That's your sexuality. That's your diversity. Okay, in this energy. Have you ever dry humped on the first date? They fucking on the first date. Excuse my language. They're screwing on the first date. They're doing it. Doing it on the first date. They meet just for this purpose. They meeting and humping at the same time. Okay. Under Two of Wands. Who's the biggest pervert? Have you ever brought a sex doll? So this is why I told you this is fate. So you might be the doll as the decoy. Okay, I'm gonna use that word, decoy. You might be the decoy in this person's life, because or you might be the cover up in this person's life, okay? Back to back, because this person uses women back to back to use them as a decoy in this energy. Whoa. Have you ever bought a sex doll? Yeah, he bought it. You bought his lies, you bought his manipulation, you bought his tricks. Okay? Talk about the Four of Pentacles. Walking away. Not walking away head and heart. Reason why? On the just know. Just knows too. Have you ever spied on a friend who was changing clothes? Okay, this person is changing clothes. They changed cross-dressing. They changing their personality, changing their sexuality, changing their sexuality. They one way with you and they another with another person. This is how they act with the other person, because they're under this person here. Okay, and this is where the conflict is. Okay, and this is what they did to themselves. Sacrifice. They sacrifice their soul in this energy under the number 7. This is where the sneaky energy comes in this energy. Okay. This is how treacherous it is on this energy, walking on those stilts and on that ice. This is why it's so treacherous under these secrets with the moon on her head or on his head. Okay. Under the Knight of Wands, under the Knight of Passion. One night of passion, because they get in this and dry hump on the first date. On the first date. Okay. And one more. No, there's one more here. Sorry. And it says, have you ever used a dirty sock to clean up after a masturbation? Okay. Have you ever used a dirty sock? This is the dirty laundry that we going to get into. We're going to get into some dirty laundry about why they not walking away, head or heart, in this energy. We're going to get into their dirty laundry under, have you ever moon somebody? Okay, mooning is to take your butt out and put it in somebody's face, right? Ain't that mooning? Mooned. Have you ever mooned somebody? That means show them your rear end, right? In this energy, that's what they said. That's what you showing your rear end. All right, let's show somebody in there in this energy showing their rear end under the energy. Okay, so we got promiscuous sex under this energy. We got the doggy style. We got the greedy D sucker out here, and we got a TITF, take it in the face. This is one, and this is gay at the bottom of the deck. Male gay sex, okay? Party. Okay, so this is an octopus. We got a 3 of a kind out here. Male gay sex, promiscuous sex, greedy D sucker. Okay, so this is what's going on in this energy under the doggy style. Under number 2 on this person right here. This person that's juggling their lifestyle, okay? They're juggling their lifestyle one way with you, one way with another lover of a different sexuality or the same sexuality, okay? Have you ever dry humped on the first date, okay? This is what happens when you dry hump a man on the first date, doggy style, seahorse, must have a little curve, okay? That's how it is. And they might be curving you in this energy, okay? That's what they talk about in this energy, okay? That's exactly what they're talking about. Male gay sex party. So this is the party they like to. This is the party they go with. Okay. All right. That's how they go around in this energy. Okay. That's why I gotta show you this stuff. That's why it's here. This energy is very, very intense. Okay. When we coming into this type of energy, this energy is very intense, very, very hard to read as an intuitive reader. Very hard to read, okay? Because I'm not really understanding where they coming from, but then they show me. They say, okay, well, you act like you can't see it. I'm going to show you real quick. Boom, 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 boom. And as you clearly see, as I came into this energy has revealed itself each and every time. And I wanted to, as I go, I'm asking questions. So this is what they tell me that they talking about. And it's word for word what they saying. Okay, so let me just keep on moving so you could get some more of this information that I'm talking about. Okay, so under this devil in this energy, under this promiscuous sex, okay, have you ever been tied up during sex? Yes, you've been tied to this devil toxic energy. Yeah, they tied to it. Yep, tied to it all the way. Okay, number 2 on the pentacles. Have you ever dry humped on the first date with the doggy style in this energy from the back with a man in this energy? But we're gonna see if it's a man, because then we ain't got nobody else here to compare who they're going with. Okay, man or woman. So I'm gonna pull the supernatural out right underneath here to let us know under these 2 women on the 2 of Wands. But this is under 2 women back to back, but it could be 2 men back to back as well. Okay, in this energy. It could be trans, either way or. You could be one way in the morning, come home, get off work, and be another way at night. Okay, that's what it's talking about. Back to back, happening and back to back. It could happen multiple times. They could meet up every night, back to back, for consecutive nights. Okay, have you ever brought a sex doll and fake a woman being in their life? Fake it with you as the decoy. So the women are the decoys in this energy. Okay, decoys, suckers, greedy. So they're greedy for a woman in their life so that they can cover up land and water, emotional and grounded at the same time. Okay, I told you we got a 3 of a kind out here. Third party, three of a kind, three different types of things. Promiscuous sex is the big thing here. Greedy and male gay sex. Okay, so they told us what this is right here. All right, so don't know who I'm talking to. Don't know who I'm talking to, but this was the waiting game. This was somebody was waiting to hear. This was what somebody wanted to know. Okay, and they get in an argument, and you will know if this person gets in an argument with a person at their job and gets suspended or something like that in the next 7 nights, then you know what the reason is, and then they are very vague about the reason why they are suspended from work. You will know exactly what the conflict was in this energy. Okay. What the conflict, the blood, sweat, and the tears was all about, because this is what they do. Like, this is a wild man or a wild woman in this energy. Okay, this is how wild it is. This is beyond what you know. This is beyond what you could see, because they kept it hidden by telling you that the girl is on the phone. Not all the time. Okay, bro codes, bros before hoes. If you ever heard of that, that's a code in itself. If you didn't know, we about to break codes too. Okay, we about to break codes. Okay, and on that 62, on the 8, on the blinded to the truth. We ain't gonna be blinded to the truth no more right on this energy right here. They say we won't be blinded to it. And a half dead hooker in your bed. Half the truth, half in and half out. But they told us she was a doll. So if she fake, they faking to be with a doll. They faking to be with a woman. They faking to make it authentic. They faking it to, till they make it. Okay? With this energy. The waiting game. This is the gamble in this energy. This is the gamble. Okay? Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Okay, so even though they doubt you in this energy, okay, relying on luck rather than hard work. So when they talking about that hobby versus a job, so is a street pharmaceutical a job? Could you write that job on your resume? I hustle on the block. I sell narcotics on the block. That can't be on your resume. Okay, so just to know the difference between a hobby and a job. Okay, and it's what they're trying to let us know, because this person will take a gamble with the cards on his clothes here, with his blinded to the truth, with his eyes covered in his energy. So he takes a blind leap of faith all the time, taking a gamble. Okay, taking a gamble. All spades, we win. Four of a kind, 3 of a kind, we win. We take the house, okay, in this energy. Okay, that's what it's talking about. No matter if it's in a woman, a man, a job, a position, a business, a thought or a creative skill is what they told us. Okay, and we're gonna get our money's worth in it. We're gonna get what we worth in this energy. We're gonna get our net worth in this energy. Okay, we're talking about net worth now. Okay, now they're gonna switch it. Now you already might be a high valued person. You might got a big network, but with these pentacles, 2 of pentacles here, 4 of pentacles here, so somebody might already have a couple of dollars. 9, 8 of pentacles here, so we got a lot of money out here. So we got over 10. We got 14 out here in this energy. Okay, 14 pentacles out here, which is 5. It's gonna be a change. Okay, so gamble. We winning 7 or 11. Okay, that's what they talk about. A fool on his adventure. All right, so talk to me on the supernatural. See what the devil is in his energy. who the devil is and what they doing under the have you ever been tied to during sex? Yep. When they do sex, demons. When we dealing with this one, we're dealing with demons, monsters, fate versus free will in this energy. Okay? That's what they're talking about in this energy. So talk about it on the have you ever been tied up during sex? You might have been tied up. This person might have been tied up, meaning physically tied up in a room, being kinky or BDSM or dominatrix type of energy. But as well as just talking about the devil's tied to this energy as well. So let's talk to me on that promiscuous sex. Who they promiscuous with? Who they promiscuous with in this energy? Promiscuous with who? Promiscuous with who? A lot of folks. First top on the top is a man with a beard. So came out, King of Blades, King of Truth, coming in his truth. Talk about it. I ain't take it. Oh, yep. 10 of swords, 10 of bones. These are the bodies of men. Bodies of men, promiscuous sex. Remember, we came out in the other one. If you caught my last one, I think it was yesterday or the day before. And the same person came out when it came to making decisions in this energy, but they wasn't truth in their decision. They came to act like they look like they're going to tell you something, right? They sure do look like they're going to convincing, like they're going to tell you something. All right. But they tied to the devil in this energy. So have you been tied up during sex? Yeah, this is tied up by the devil, though, in this energy. Okay, under promiscuous sex. So they's having sex with a lot of men. This man under this energy, and under the Two of Pentacles, under the, you adapt to whatever situation you were in this energy. May they be talking, praising you, love and light, or they talking bad to you about your sexual orientation, your equality, or of sexual preference in this energy. Okay, have you ever dry humped on the first night with the dog style here under the male gay sex party in this energy? Who is that? Just know. Just know. Under the bones, these are the body of men that he write about. He don't tell you, but this is what he writes about in this energy. Under the King of Bones. King of Bones, and the 10 of Bones. So these are the body of men. Body of men in this energy. Not just one man, not just two men. It's 10 here. Okay? It's already showing 10 men here. So this person is well seasoned in the lifestyle. Okay, talk about on the greedy D-sucker. Under the two women, the Two of Wands, back to back, used as a decoy. Have you ever brought sex dolls? Something that's fake. A doll is something that's blowed up. So it's blowed up. It's inflated. It's not something that's real. You can let the air out of it and it will no longer exist. Okay, so it will go back to nothing. It's nothing to it. Okay, so this is the greedy D-sucker. All right, so it could be a top or a bottom in this energy. Could be two tops, two bottoms. And it could also be heterosexual, man and a woman in this energy. That's back to back over being a decoy in a relationship. Could be a mistress, a convenient lover, a booty call, a hookup, a doll, somebody that they haven't made it official with in this energy. Okay, greedy D-sucker. So she might just do blow jobs really good, and this person is really being soul snatched by just that one aspect of them. Okay, under the Six of Swords, meaning that thing that he wanted to go to calmer waters about. This is where he wanted to go to calmer waters. This is where it was getting toxic at, and he had to go to calmer waters. Okay, where he was standing on here trying to balance the scale here. Okay, so let's keep moving on the greedy D-sucker on the doll. What was fake? These, come on. On the octopus under the Two of Wands, have you ever bought a sex doll? Something that was blown up. Yep, I got a lot of stars. A lot of stars in this energy. Under the Aquarius energy, I got a lot of stars. I got a lot of hope. I got a lot of, where I am trying to... Everybody's a star. You get a star. You get a star. He's a star in my life, okay? He's the star. He's the bottom or top. He's a star. Back to all these men again. Back to these men again. Okay? A star. So I got a 10, a 5, and a 2. Okay? So that's telling me a 10 is something that's over a death and a rebirth. I got the death and the rebirth here under the what you tied to, the two of wands, the two things that you passionate about, two lovers, two different lifestyles, two different genders, two different agendas in this energy. Okay, agenda and gender. Okay, that's what we juggling. Lifestyle, hobby, and job. Okay, two different things, passions that you passionate about. There's a thin line. Something that's paid though. Okay, might be an escort that get paid. Might be a male prostitute that get paid. Something that's a hobby versus a job. You know, like I told you in the beginning, what do you consider a job? Okay, I don't work jobs, bitch. I am a job. Ain't that what Sweetie tell you? Pay me for a sucking slop. So this is where the greedy D sucker come in. I don't work jobs, bitch. I am a job. I don't work jobs. Pay me for a sucking slop. Excuse my language. This is for 21 plus readers. Reading. Okay. So this is still 3 men in it. Tell me about what's taking it in the face. So this right in your face. You might be taking it, but not knowing you taking it because of manipulation, cunningness, entrapment, as well as just this person is just a master manipulator. Okay, or narcissism. Okay, share fantasy, share board of fantasy as well. Discard, manipulation. Like I said, suck it in the face. Have you ever spied on a friend who was changing clothes? Have you ever spied on a trans person that was changing genders? They was changing their lifestyle. They was changing from one gender to the next gender. One morning, in the morning, they a man. In the night, they a woman. Have you seen a person do that in your lifestyle? They ain't walking away from that person that changed their gender. And they changed their agenda. Why they like it, okay? I don't know. It's tongue twisters in this energy, okay? So just make sure I'm trying to be precise as I can because it's very specific is what they're trying to make me feel like. It's like very specific. Gender, and agenda. Okay, so they're telling me like this person has a hidden agenda when they said the messages came in. When we first came into the energy and I told you there was some lost smell. And I've been telling you that lost smell has been coming to me for a couple of days. But this talking about this person's sexual how they spy on this person when they changing genders. They changing gender specific. One's playing one role, one playing the other role, but they're the same identical. Have you ever used a dirty sock to clean up after masturbation? Okay, so a dirty sock. This is their dirty laundry about how sexual they feel for another person. If you pleasuring yourself about or thoughts of another person, you know, taking it in the face. This is something that you could really feel in your soul. That's something that you want to do. Okay, under this man here, under the emperor, under the masculine. So I got 4 men in this energy. So it's still talking about a man. Okay, and this is still talking about a man. The man that gambles whatever he got to. Blood, mud, soul, lint, whatever he got. My Rolex. My you know, my new Audi, my new whatever I got. You want to use my new Fitted? You got it. It's yours. You want me to buy you you want me to give you my new Jordans? They the same size as yours. You wear 9, I wear 9 too. Here, they yours. You wear 10, I got a 10 for you. They right here, yours. Jordans. Okay? Whatever it is, throwback. Throw baby. I'm trying to go on you. Didn't know what that song was saying, but that's the song that just came to me. Okay? Go baby. I thought it was go baby. But then reality hit and they said it was throat baby. Okay? So throat baby. Because they told me that this person was greedy at it in this energy. A greedy D-sucker. And it's a man under the stars. Men. Okay? Man. And here's the woman under the hyphen. She know. Okay? Woman know. One of these women in this energy knows. Under this energy here, the 2 of wands, somebody knows. Okay? And she cutting it off with this ciclet here. And she cutting it down. She ain't having it. Nope. Because look, the wheel of fortune, up or down. I'm out of here. It's cutting this off. Okay? And here's the judgment right behind it. There it is. Okay? There's the judgment. Blocking it out with his arms. This is divine. Blocking it out. He blocking it out. Oh, no, 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 we not. But I told you, in my last reading, if you didn't catch it, you know what I mean? You got to know what side of the scale you are on. Okay? What side of the scale are you on? Okay? You could say, I made in the image of him. If you want. I ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm unbiased. I don't know. I'm just here as the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay? What they said is, God said he got principles. The divine. I'm going to use divine. I ain't going to use God. I'm going to use divine. Divine said, the Most High said that there is principles. Okay? He didn't tell you, you know, you can eat. He said you can eat from this garden, but don't eat from that one. He said when you leave the city of Sin City of Solomon Gomorrah, don't look back. Don't look back. And if you look back, you'll be turned into a pillar of salt. Okay? And that means you're going to be turned to stone. Right? Okay? So I don't know what you're going to be, but you're going to have to balance the scale. And you said that nobody can judge you but God, right? The Most High, right? Divine. That's the only person that can judge you, right? So when God say, or when he sit high and look low, divine looks up, sits high and looks low. He says, okay, I see your works in this energy. Okay? I see what you're working with. Arguing at work with a person over some conflict things. Okay. I'm only with my karmic because they do not challenge me to change. So this person is not challenging them to change. Okay. But somebody else is, though. Maybe the feminine in this energy, which that's the one that's cutting it off. Nobody else seemed to be complaining. He's sitting here writing about it. Okay. He's still sitting here thinking about it. And he's sitting here taking it in the face and being about it. Okay? And this energy. He couldn't tell you the truth under this because he was tied to something. Remember? He was tied things. Have you ever been tied up during sex? Yeah. Been tied up during sex. When you get tied up with the devil, you got tied up with sex. You got tied up. Have you ever been dry humped on the first date? It's telling me that they've been doing freaky things on the first date. And not only one time, not with just one person, but promiscuous with different lovers. Okay? She found out. Whoever you are, you found out. You know now. Okay? It's not a secret anymore because you know. Things you need to survive. Your sanity. Okay? You need to survive your sanity because this will drive you crazy to know that, okay, I wasn't good enough and you can't compete with a man. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Don't try to do that to yourself. There ain't nothing you could do about this. It's something this is beyond you. And if this person is dealing in this lifestyle, it ain't got nothing to do with you. Just step aside, like they said over here, and be in your power. Be in your power. Be in your truth. Okay? Because yours is coming. Your rejection was your protection on your power. Empowerment. You empowered yourself. Self-love. Self-love, self-reliance. Okay? Things that are fake. Okay? This is what he faked it. I ain't got a lot about this stuff. Things that are fake. Things that are fake. That decoy. That's what he used you as, the decoy, as the bait. Okay, I got a woman, but so this is what they tell the other lover. Okay? Under these octopuses. Under this octopus. Okay? Land and water. Emotional for all different types of things. Okay? Under the star. Anything is my hope and my wish. Okay? In this energy. Okay? Have you ever brought a sex doll? Have you ever bought something that was fake? Okay? Things that are fake. Fake behaviors. Fake lifestyle. Clout chasing. Copycats. You know? Envy. Jealous. Okay? Mad. Okay? Made different because you made different from them, or they was made different from you. You thought they was the regular type, but you thought this was going to be forever. Things that live forever. This wasn't going to live forever. They made you believe that it was going to live forever. They did. They did make you believe that it was. Things that you just realized. So this is the things that you just realized under the know and gist, under the has and had, under the before and sing. This is what they was going to sing to you about. They want to sing this to you before somebody else sings it to you. Because this is the month for it. So somebody in this energy, somebody in this month of June will find out some information about their lover, past lover, or present lover in this endeavor. Okay, in this endeavor. Okay, let's talk about it under the 10 of bones, to the people that who they've been tied to in sex. Who's they've been tied to? Who? Okay, they said that this is in a woman. When a woman flirts with me, I'm putty in her hand. This is what he's tied to. This is some woman he's tied to. Maybe he's in a relationship with her. Maybe he's just like I said, using her as the decoy. I got to bring these things out, so because this is the love is love at the top. Love is love, and that's the pride deck. So it could be male or female. Is all diverse. So in order for us to bring heterosexual in it, I have to bring the woman in it to show what we're talking about. So it's talking about to this man, what he was tied to is a woman he was tied to. At this point, you may be thinking more. You may be thinking more. And it was more. It was more to the story than you knew. Because here we turn over here to the Two of Pentacles, where he go one morning, in the morning, he one way, and at night, he another way. Okay? Have you dry humped on the first date. So this is where they went to the gay parties. And whatever gay sexual tendencies they had, this is where that shined through on this energy. Okay, let's talk about it under the King of Bones, under the bodies that they've been with, the men, the different sexual encounters that they've been with. Okay, and then this is the chaser. Somebody they running and chasing after another man, running and chasing after, and here's another man. They said it's the bold and graphic. Okay, this is the bold and graphic, the deeper meaning. This is the deeper meaning. This is what you did not know. This is the gist, the know and gist, the has and the had, and the before and sing. Okay, this is what you didn't know. This is what he's typing about. Things about running off and chasing something else. This is what they're talking about under the doggy style. Under the doggy style, and over here under the promiscuous sex. Okay, in the male gay parties. Okay, this is what they talking about. This is what they humping on the first date. The deeper meaning. Okay, now that was the deeper meaning. Hope you're getting this. Okay, because this is somebody's message. Two of Wands. Have you ever brought a sex doll? Have you ever played had to fake it till you make it? Under this greedy D sucker. Okay, under the star. This star right here, and this man might be the D sucker. Okay, he might could toss his salad and be the D sucker all at one time. I don't know how they do it, but something they keep telling me something about what I don't know. I can't talk, y'all. I can't say that. I don't know what they talking about. Have you ever brought a sex doll? That's the with the fake it. That's the decoy. That's the not official. The non-official relationship. It's not official, so you don't really have a title. They always keep you in suspense about why you can't be in a relationship, why it's this, why it's always one-sided. Okay, scared of a commitment. Okay, not all. Okay, this is only where it resonates, you guys, because I know y'all like to go off the deep end. This is the only way. If your man is true to you and you know he is, hey, if you got a gut feeling, check out the energy. If something has raised your eyebrow once or twice, and something in this energy picked on your mind, or it raised your eyebrow about something, that's your intuition. Okay. That's you already know, and I'm just showing it that that's what that was. Okay, I'm just because here's the woman knowing under the Hierophant, secrets and knowledge. She knows it both, and when you see her with her sword, her sickle here, cutting it off. Okay, under the wheel, under what goes up must come down. Okay, so whatever he was doing with the sex doll and using you as a decoy and using you to, make people think one lifestyle he was in versus the other one that he wasn't in or wanting to go to, then there it is. This is what he bought. He bought you for the decoy. Okay, that's what they saying. So it could be a down low brother. It could be a person that just is not openly out with their sexuality. It also could be people that are out with their sexuality. It could be two queer men. It could be a man that's queer and the other one is straight. Okay, because I'm picking up all genders right now. Okay, all genders.
Okay, so on the star, under the greedy, under the two of wands, have you bought us something? This is how they gonna, under the wheel, right back under the wheel. All right, here, and this is Leslie. This is Leslie Jones here. And what is she? Okay, she's in the LBGT community. She's part of the lifestyle, okay? And this is what it's about, under the wheel of luck. Going for the spin. That's how they spinning in this energy, okay? Okay? Just same sex, okay? This is how they spinning in the same sex, under the star, okay? For charity, for whatever I could get out of it, for monetary reasons. This person might got $32,000 or just got a check and got a bag, and then now they on them for the check they just got. Maybe they was in business, and this is what they business is making, this kind of money a week. This might be Bitcoins or Kryptons or something like that, where they went in on something and got money on this wheel of luck together. These men that they've been having fantasies with. Bro code. This is what they keep telling me to say. Bro code. It's the bro code. Something that you don't know. It's something that they keep between them. Okay? And it's a language that they speak. It's bros before hoes. And you know what I mean? No homo is what they keep saying. Like they said, it's a language that they talk. Okay, so all right, on the under, have you ever spied on a friend who was changing clothes? So they changing their clothes. This is their dirty laundry. This is how they change. So if they change their clothes from wearing male clothes to wearing female clothes, okay, have you ever witnessed this person cross from one sexual side of clothes to a woman's side of sexual clothes? So if it's a woman and she wearing women's clothes or men's clothes, okay, she goes from wearing panties to wearing boxers. Or if the man go from wearing a suit to wearing dresses, you know, it's a change. Okay, it's what they talk about. Have you seen this person's, or have you ever spied on a friend who was changing clothes? Okay, in this instance, it's talking about these clothes specific, gender specific, sexuality Pacific, okay? Under men are stressed about sex. So this is what he's stressed about. Have you ever used a dirty sock to clean up after your masturbation? Tension, okay? This is what I'm talking about, under the tension, okay? Men are stressed about sex, okay? They're stressed about this, you know, secret getting out under the masculine, under the emperor, under this masculine. He was divine at some point. So, because he's calling them the emperor, okay? He was divine, somebody's divine masculine, okay? Somebody's, okay? And it's coming up as he came up short a little bit, okay? I ain't here to judge, but that's what they said, okay? And under here, this is the sperm bank. This is the night deposits. So this person might have wanted to have children at some point, but this might be downtown. This person might be getting it done downtown. And who's my daddy? And this person might ask them, who's your daddy? This is the dirty talk, kinky talk, kinky. This is what they talking about. This is the sperm bank. Okay, this is where they release it at, behind brick wall. Address 402. You might live there, and your address might be 402. All right, let's go get some charms and see who here. See if anybody come out that you know. Let me see somebody out here you know. I'm gonna get the names, initials. So we get some letters, any names, first name, last name, the person, your person, their person, on liquor or such. Yeah, a lot. Give me one more. Ooh, they want to give you a lot. All right. G might be in this too. Q, somebody might be queer in this energy. It might be a new start with a queer boy, or it might be an end with a queer boy, with a Q. Okay. A, this person might be asexual, and somebody in this energy might not be having no sex at all. This person just thinks about having sex in this energy, asexual and selfish. Okay, in this energy, think about being with men, but they ain't with nobody. Asexual again. A, your name might start with A. Your name might start with Q.
as well. Quadir, Andrew, C. 3 is a third party in this, and whoever has a name with the letter C in their name is a third party in this energy as well. They got 3 lovers, 3 different people, a woman, a man, or 2 men, or 3 men, or 3 women. Okay, it's 3 people involved in it or more. Okay, promiscuous, and they're sleeping with all of them on the first day, humping on the first day. They beat them and hump them. Okay, on the number R, it's the person that's selfish as well. Okay. CAR, this person do got a car, okay? Somebody got a car. They do have a car. That one thing they do got is a car. S. Somebody name might start with S, last name, first name. Okay? K. On the number 5, it's going to change. On this K, if your name is K, or your letter start with K, your last name, first name, onlooker, or person that's involved, if they name, it's gonna change. The situation gonna change. Either they're gonna be together or they're not. You know what I mean? Or they're gonna be off to a new lover, and off to a new adventure on the devil. All right. And S, okay, S again. It's also a snake out here. It's forked tongue, two-faced it, in this energy. So they talking out of both sides of their face, and they're not being straight up, okay, in this energy. They together. They walking together. They a pair in this energy. Okay? Under the school. This is how they schooling in this energy. This is how they pair under the pedestrian. Okay? That's how they walking together under this pedestrian. How they walking. Something else gonna merge in. Something else is merging in. They might be on the straight and narrow, but something else is merging in on the side. Okay? And they ain't, not only is it merging in once, but it's going twice. Merging in twice. Something else is, so it's one thing gonna merge in on one side, and something else gonna also merge in right after that as well. So it's gonna be several things that's gonna merge right into this pair. And it's 2 people, relationship, same dynamic, job versus hobby type of situation, you know, over the woman now, because they lied. They ain't tell the truth. They was manipulating. They was cunning. They was triangulating, and they was doing some things that wasn't true, wasn't factual. Okay, and also this is gonna take a rest. They're gonna take a rest in this energy. It's gonna be something that's gonna stop in this energy. Okay, all right. As well as do not enter. Do not enter in this energy. Okay, because this is treacherous. It's very treacherous in this energy. Treacherous, very little passion in this energy, very little care in this energy. I don't care. That's the word they're using. I don't care. IDK. I don't care. Okay? Because you fake in this energy. You that fake doll in this energy. Okay? May you be the karmic, or may you be the divine feminine. Divine feminine, I'm just putting you in here just because, you know what I mean? Just in case the divine masculine decides to come back home. You'll know to protect yourself. Okay? Because there might be some sexual problems in this energy, okay? Men sleeping with men, really transferring some type of fecal matter, some kind of bodily fluids, and this energy could be really detrimental for your health in this energy, okay? You don't really know what's going on. Your man could be on the DL, and they don't really talk about DLs. They really have a closed mouth about the DL men, but that's because they closed. They confused about their lifestyle. They like it, but they don't want you to know that they like it. Okay, so yes, that's what they're talking about, because this is what they playing, the waiting game. They ain't playing fair. So they want you to heal in this energy. Heal home. This is your home. Okay. Out of this man, he might be in your home. He might live at your home. Okay, these gonna be some answers you're gonna get about the dry humping, about the men they've been high dry humping with under the dry humping on the first date. Out of these men, about the people they chasing. This is the hit man. This is it. Hit from the back, doggy style. Hit man. That's the man that's doing bottom or top. I don't know which one your man is, but you know this is what they saying under the greedy D.
This is the lightening their load. This is what they think is going to lighten their load by letting go of the feminine in its energy, because it's hard to commit to her with the lifestyle that they're confused about in this energy. They're confused about their lifestyle with the gender here at the bottom. Okay, that's what they're showing me. Okay, so talk about it on the Emperor. These are his dreams. He don't really have many dreams in this energy. Have you ever spied on a friend changing clothes, changing their gender, changing their agenda, changing what they going for, what they like? This is the laziness. They want to take the lazy way out. And on my calendar, it says, I'd rather drop everything than make 2 trips. So they rather drop everything than to make 2 trips. So I got to come back and go and make all these trips. Got to have all these different women. If I could just stay with one man. Have you ever used a dirty sock to clean up your masturbation? Okay? Under the Emperor. Under Travis, did you, you don't make, Travis, it doesn't make you a little sissy ninny if you clean my love hole with your mouth after I've been serviced by your coworkers. What a silly question. Okay, here's the argument about the coworker. So it could be a transgender with a regular gender here in the back, getting more gender men over there behind. Okay, we don't know the sexuality because we can't see it. Okay, it's closed off from what we can see. But what we're talking about under the argument with the coworker, here's the coworker here, about them sleeping with the coworkers. Okay, it's just revealed it to me just now. I just saw it. It just revealed it to me just now when I read it at the bottom. What a silly question. This is the people that they doing it with. They was like, you silly goose. These are the people they doing it with. And I was like, oh, okay. I just caught on. I was late, but I made sure I let you know though. Okay? Things you need to survive. Things you just realized. I hope I just made you realize what I just showed you, what just was revealed to me. Have you ever mooned someone? This is the moon they showing you. Their secrets. Moon. You was mooned just now. I just revealed them to you. Okay? Have you ever lost in an intimate object inside of someone? Yeah, they lost something in their butt plug or some kind of apparatus. It's been there. It's been lodged there. So we can't get into that today. We can't get into that today. These are the things you just needed to realize. This was the secrets they wanted you to know. This was the way they dished it, and I served it. They dished it to you by making you the decoy or the fake woman, and even probably had children with you or even married you. But still, this lifestyle is what they want and like to play around and dibble and dabble in. And if you are liking the know and gist, the has and had, the before and sing, may you subscribe, like, and share. Make sure if you're new to this channel, this is your first time catching up reading from me, make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Hit that bell notification along with the thumbs up. Namaste. Now I must go.